Let me see.
Okay, you know we live now. YouTube, YouTube said fuck Streamyard.
Yeah, they trying to play us. They getting
Okay,
real
they
dirty.
said you don't need no Streamyard no more. They had to start going off apps. What's going on, son?
I'm chilling live with Tasha K. Oh shit.
I see you. Look, before we get started, who is that lady that's in your videos? Is that your baby mama or somebody?
And what video?
You be doing some videos of some lady with some curly hair.
Oh, you talking about the light skin one?
Yeah, I think she light skin. Yeah,
The real pretty one? That's
yeah.
Coral. Yeah, that's Coral.
That's your
Nah,
baby
that's not
mama.
that. Nah, that's not. Me and her grew up. I'm like the big brother to her. We grew up together. Her father was like one of the OGs that you didn't know was the OG, but he was the OG back. He was the man. And
Ah,
when I was younger, I used to be into fish tanks and stuff like that, which I still am. I got fish tanks all through my house, so I used to go to his house and actually help him clean the fish tank and play in the fish tank when I was younger. And she used to always be sitting up there watching me clean the tanks. Yeah, I got about a
oh, so
few
y'all
years.
grew up together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Rhinos, can y'all hear? Let me know if y'all can hear before we get started. I know they were saying that they couldn't hear. I know sometimes when I got my charger plugged in, it doesn't allow them to hear. So y'all comment in the chat and let me know if y'all can hear. Okay, you can hear? Okay. All right, so this is Hassan Campbell, y'all. If y'all don't know Hassan Campbell shut down Zulu fucking nation, okay? This man is everywhere. There's not a rapper, there's not a hip hop organization that hasn't had Hassan Campbell's name in their mouth, okay? He is beef with everybody, all right? You name it, he's had a public beef. He's calling out these niggas left and right, okay? I feel like a boxing announcer right now. You know what I'm saying? For you, Poppy.
So
So
hold up,
listen,
you
if you
live?
want,
You supposed to be you live on YouTube right now?
yeah, I'm on
Okay,
my
so
Winos. I'm on my
I'm
Winos podcast.
because I'm on your YouTube page right now. I was gonna share the live into my YouTube community, and this shit is not showing at all.
I have two channels. I'm live on my podcast channel.
Okay. I have to find that one.
Winos Winos podcast. Is this better, guys? Here, let me send it to you. Hold on, let me see if I can send it to you real quick so we can get started. Cause we ain't got but like an hour. Let me see. Hold on. And I've never used this feature either. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first time we using this feature. Okay, y'all can hear me now? It's better?
I, I hear you good. What the hell? Oh, okay.
Okay. No, they're saying that they can't hear me for some reason.
I hear
Let,
you.
okay. Let me hear myself. Let me make
Some of
sure.
the people said, yeah, they could hear you.
Okay. Yeah. No, they're saying that they can't hear me for some reason. Okay.
I hear you.
All right. Okay. So Poppy, I'm gonna share this from my other number. Hold on. If it comes up. Oh, it's not coming up. Okay, don't worry about it. You can share it later. But listen, I got to get right into it, okay? I got to get right into it because tonight, you know that we are premiering, because your interview was 3 hours long.
Oh
You
wow.
know that, right? Oh,
Oh
it was
shit. And
so long. When I tell you, huh?
I know you was tired too. I know you was tired
No,
that day.
I
'Cause
was not. It wasn't you. It wasn't you that made me tired. It was the bishop because his interview was 5 hours long. We still ain't even got it edited yet. The bishops 5 hours. You ever did a 5 hour interview before? That's fine.
nah, but it's like with him talking. The little bit that I did hear when I was sitting there, I was like, I wish I could jump in this shit.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna get a podcast going with y'all too. I'm gonna have him come in, have you come in, and y'all both from New York. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna throw some topics at y'all. And I'm gonna see who gonna come out. Let's see who gonna lead standing up.
That nigga's
Okay.
110% full of shit.
So listen. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Listen. Say that. So I don't know if you know. Real quick before we premiere your interview in about an hour on our main channel. We always come to our podcast channel just to kind of give people who are not familiar with you just some insight on who you are and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think any introductions need to be made because once you start the talking, they're going to get it. And I wanted to jump right into it because I know we talked about Charleston White during our interview and him taking your whole flow, your whole style, your delivery and everything. You and Charleston White used to be really, really good friends. Y'all are not friends anymore. Y'all are not associated. And, sadly, we just lost another black man to police brutality. Okay. 5 officers against one unarmed black man, Tyree Nicholson. And hold on for a second. Hold on. Come on, shut up. Tell my phone to shut up. I wanted you to hear, first of all, did you hear what Charleston White had to say? Did you hear what Charleston White had to say about Tyree Nicholson and George Floyd, as well as even Michael Brown?
You know what? That man got a lot to say. And see, one thing about Charleston White is like he done cloned my whole style, and people are not really getting it. If you really, really pay attention to Charleston White, he just recently said on an interview, he was talking about how our mothers used to be praying mothers. That's my saying. You can't sit up there and tell the world that they got to get back to praying in one video. Then in the next video, you sit up there telling people that you don't believe in God. You are God and F God, disrespecting everybody's religion. Which one is it? See, with Charleston White, you don't know who you're going to get because everything with him is pretend. Everything, and it's like, I put up a video on my Instagram. I'm not gonna play the music in the background, but I'm like, yo, niggas where I come from, we don't do shit like this.
Oh, why you?
This
Oh,
niggas willing, yeah, the niggas willing to do anything to get out there. That's on some Queen's Flip shit. That's Queen's Flip personality. So Charleston White goes around and he adapts everybody's style to get where he want to be. You can't believe it takes shit that he say. Like he's not serious about nothing that he says. And that right there, I can't respect. I can't respect the fact that you go on to the victims, all these kids that was murdered in the streets. You meet up with their mother, then you try to start you a little documentary going, and when people start seeing through your shit, you start disrespecting the mothers, and then get on your platform and tell on YouTube and tell everybody that all the mothers wanted to give you some ass. Where I come from, we don't kiss and tell. On top of the fact that if somebody wanted to give that ugly ass nigga some ass, he shouldn't tell nobody. It should be an honor for somebody to get that ugly ass nigga some ass. Like, stop playing, man. We don't kiss and tell. You supposed to be somebody that stand for. You telling everybody that you stand for getting the youth out of prison, but yet all these young boys that's dying, you disrespecting them all over the internet. Which one is it? You think that you gonna go to a jail cell and you gonna free them young boys that's going to jail after you disrespected King Von? They're not gonna want to talk to you.
The police got it right. Yeah, you're right. I want you to hear this real quick, Hassan, because if anybody is going to speak on this, I wanted to hear your perspective on what he had to say, especially given Tyree Nicholson. Tyree Nicholson could have been, my husband, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And that man was beat senseless. And for Charleston White to get on the internet to say that, you know what I'm saying, it was somehow his fault as to why the officers beat him. Hold on for a second. Let me let you hear this.
They should beat Charleston White mother like that.
Oh. The police got a right to kill, but they ain't just killing no anybody. The police killing for good causes and good reasons. Why y'all mad about the 5 police?
We kill motherfuckers than that. So why can't the police kill us? Hey, I think these police should be charged with manslaughter. They did not try to kill this. It was just getting him a whooping, and this was too weak. He couldn't take ass whooping. His granddad and him, they knew how to take ass whooping. From my generation, made of steel, hard to go. These new generation nigga can't even take an ass whooping from the police and live. Look how George Floyd just laid down and took that knee in. George Floyd got to be the weakest in the world. That nigga just laid down and took a knee and he deserved to die. Any ain't got to will to live, deserve to die. You can't lay on me and I don't flop and I don't kick. Nigga, I ain't just go lay there and be still. Nigga, I ain't just go lay there. Same with Mike Brown. What kind of nigga just throw his hands up in there, big as he is, and let some niggas choke him down? He supposed to be throwing them elbows to get him off me. He supposed to be doing all kind of shit big as these niggas is. Just lay there peacefully and calmly. Holler, nah, man. At least this boy here ran. At least this nigga here, Tyree, ran. Nah, nigga, Mike Brown and George Floyd laid there like cowards, nigga. They got everything they got. Yeah, they got everything they were looking for. They were looking to die.
Now let me ask you one question, because Charleston White is a chameleon. One guess in the comment section who that nigga sound like. Tommy Sotomayor.
Yeah, you right.
Tommy Sotomayor. So what he did was he came onto YouTube and he took the best of the best and he copied our styles. This nigga don't have an identity. I can't respect that coming from a nigga that shot himself in the club.
He did shoot himself in the club.
The nigga shot himself in the club.
He was laid there drunk. He's so drunk, high, just laid there and almost shot his ass in the dick.
Come on, man. Like, you can't believe nothing you see with Charleston, man. Charleston White, he runs down on Soldier Boy and them, and he maced them instead of shooting them.
Oh yeah, I remember that. In Miami, right?
Come on, man. But you inside, but you in the club with a gun on you, and the only nigga you shot was just, I don't respect that lame ass nigga. Real niggas don't shoot themselves. They shoot other people. I don't respect him.
Yeah, that really kind of threw me off. I was just like, he's just saying anything at this point. For someone who's been to jail, who's been, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's just sad. And I know that you've been like lighting his ass up. And I was just like, when I saw that video, I really wanted to ask you what you thought about that shit. Because I know if anybody was going to drag his ass, it was going to be you. See,
Tommy Sotomayor. Give Tommy Sotomayor back his style. Like, stop it, man. Every bit of him, he done leached on one of us and took some of our shit. The nigga's disgusting. He came out like he was a child advocate because who he was watching. The last time he did anything in the court was in 2015. So what work are you really doing? He telling everybody that I was supposed to come out there and work with him. Nigga, I don't trust you. Because everybody you deal with, you have a nasty falling out with, and it stays with you. So automatically, I was seeing through the nigga from the jump. But I was like, you can't jump out the window because everybody going to see you as the bad guy. Then he tell you he's the most viral nigga on social media. But if you go to his YouTube page, his views suck. They absolutely suck. But it's crazy how the machine is pushing him on all the major outlets. But on his platform, he can't do the numbers we do.
No, you're right. Let me ask you a question because they keep bringing up something in the chat. Have you ever beat a woman before? Because they talking about that.
Tell them to produce a video where I actually put my hand on a woman. Now, what they did see was me on two incidents that I happened. One incident that I had is with Becky that went viral. I was on walking up the tracks over by the Kensico Dam, and her white ass told me to move. And I told her, I said, bitch, slavery is over. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Another situation, I had this Dominican sister who crashed my car. She literally was drunk as shit, smashed my car, and left the scene. Came back 6 hours still drunk. So when I actually seen her and I ran into her again because the police seen her ass, I got real nasty with her. The truth of the matter is I wanted to power drive the bitch on her head. She lucky I ain't go that far. So when people sit up there saying me putting my hands on a female, whatever the case may be, where you getting this from? Are you getting this from my lives when I said back in the days I used to put my hands on females? Back in the days I used to be one of them psychotic niggas that put my hands on niggas and females. Are you getting it from that? Because outside of that, where would you be getting that from?
Oh, so you saying they getting that from you, like, cause you put that out there as
Exactly. Yes. I put my own faults out there. So when I put my faults out there, I don't care about somebody coming back with some shit that I tell you. I was raised. Listen, I was raised to be a fucked up nigga.
mm.
A
You know
fucked
what?
up
And we're gonna
nigga.
talk. We're gonna talk about. I mean, that's what your interview was about. Part one. It's really about your upbringing and your childhood, and you talking about the abuse that you suffered at the hands of your mother, and you know what I'm saying. Just as a child and whole, it was a lot. Like I said, they watched it already on our private site. You know what I'm saying, and so I got to tell you, one thing he's never been shy about is being honest or truthful about what it is that he's done. And he was very honest. And I think this is the first time we even got like little tidbits of how you came up and kind of what led to you making the decisions that you made and stuff like that. And I remember you telling me because it took a woman, it's like a woman's touch or something. It's something that you said. You said only a woman could have brought that out of you. I just wanted to ask you that because I was just like, where are they getting that from?
I mean, listen, my whole thing is like this. It's like I see somebody in the comment section talking about tell them how you was in love with Africa Bambaataa. That's the most disrespectful shit you could say out of your mouth. When I sat up there and said that he was the uncle that molested me, the one that paid your way to college but molested you at the same time. That's how I referred him. Yes, I loved him as a father figure. Stop trying to corrupt me and turn me into a homosexual. And only weak ass black men would try to do that to another black man that's strong, that takes care of his woman, that take care of his children.
Right.
My mother raised me in the projects. I'm raising my children in a middle class neighborhood where the rich live, where the high up middle class live rather. My kids got a pond in their goddamn yard. Beautiful flowers everywhere. So a lot of people that's looking at me, I broke the curse. When you looking at me, you seeing a nigga that destroys the concept of being a real nigga. So when you come from the hood where we come from, and the only thing they advertise is being a real nigga, and I destroyed that concept, there's nothing that these niggas have left. Except for they Jordans and pulling up in front of the tenement building with a Benz. When I go to the hood, I go to the hood because I'm visiting. When these niggas go to the hood, they go to the hood because they ain't got no choice. They stuck there. When they bring their ass outside of the hood and they try to go somewhere else, they not even accepted. They look stupid with they nigga trinkets on. You know, you go to certain hotels, you walking around with a bunch of jewelry on, them crackers look at you like you stupid. That's why most of these niggas don't want to leave the hood because they nobody outside the hood. And the only thing that they impressing is bums.
Well, there he said it. And he said a lot too during this interview. Y'all gonna watch it tonight at 5 p.m. Okay? And I tell you, he was open. I mean, he said a lot of real shit. I mean, everything that pretty much people have tried to, I guess, say about him or put on him. I ain't seen the only thing that I've seen in reference to some. First of all, no one has come forward about you saying that as a woman that you put hands on. And the day that they do, and if they decide to come to me, of course they will have to produce receipts, just like how Levontre Andrews did.
But see, Tasha K, it doesn't work like that. When a female come to your platform, see, this is how real I am, right? If a female come to your platform and say Hassan Campbell put his hands on me, and you call me up, I'm gonna come on the flat platform, and I'm gonna tell you just like Mike Tyson said, hell yeah, the best punch I threw was when I hit that bitch. There's no shame in my game. I'm not one of them niggas that if I do something, listen, the Hassan Campbell, that nigga Poppy from Bronx River, I'm the type of nigga that'll stand on the Empire State Building and piss on everybody. So I'm never gonna be the nigga sitting up there acting like I give a fuck about what people think about me. I snuff a nigga mama. She come at me the wrong way. Don't play with me. Like, no, absolutely not. That's the problem with black people. Nigga, I will Chris Brown you and not apologize. Yeah, let's get how my boy Zip with the drip say. Let's get to that. Like, I don't think these people understand. Like, you can't blackball a hood nigga. I am not Hollywood.
All I'm straight is that ain't nobody came forward to say that you did anything like that. Everything that
Of course, of course, sis. I
that's
already
what I'm
know that.
saying.
But my whole thing is with them with the games that they play. Like anything that I've ever done, I've done. I stand on. I'll stand on the worst. I mean, I've been to jail for murder 3 times. So when somebody sit up there and say, "Oh, he slapped the bitch," okay, cool. I done slapped quite a few bitches in the past. So my whole thing is I don't live there no more
When you
though.
say
That's the
past,
whole.
how young we talking?
How young we talking? That could have been yesterday. Let me stop.
Stop,
My whole
because you
thing,
got kids. Now go
listen.
ahead.
My whole thing is that I don't care what people think about me. It's
Okay.
never going when what you see with me, you get a whole lot worse. I'm not a pretender. I've never been a nice guy. If I don't have no food in my house to feed my kids, I'm coming to kick in your door and take yours. I'm a
Mm.
stick up kid. I've always been a stick up kid. The niggas around me has always been grimy. What you see is what you get. So it's like when people sit back and they talk and they say what they say, like, you know what I mean? Back in the days,
Mm-hmm.
me standing there doing that interview with you, and I'm looking at that pastor with all that jewelry on. Back in the old me, he wouldn't have left that house with that jewelry. Soon as he would have went outside, he would have got to the corner. Somebody would have smashed into his car, drug his skinny ass up out that window, and pulled that jewelry right off of him.
You would have robbed the pastor, the bishop?
My
I
niggas
know
would
you
have,
Lamar.
but my niggas would have back in the old me. He would have in the Bronx. He would have never left out of there with that jewelry on. The old me. See, I'm a praying man now. I try to be a better man. I try to live better, and I try to carry myself with integrity and restore the feeling of being a villager. I don't want to be a real nigga no more. But worst case scenario, if my stomach is touching my back, nigga, you gonna see the ugly side of me. Niggas better stop playing. I don't want people to put me in a box. Nigga, I am not your pastor. I will slap the shit out of you and your mother. So we don't have to make that mistake. I am not Charleston White. If you run down on me, I'm not gonna mace you. The shit that I'm gonna spray on you, it's gonna be breaker, breaker, breaker all over the news. Breaking
So
news, Hassan Campbell.
Hassan, okay, let's just say this. Okay, so a woman put say, okay, you're not in the business of just walking up or just beating women, are you?
No,
Okay.
no.
And nobody has ever come forward to say that. I have, to my knowledge, I haven't seen anybody come forward to say anything like that. So I can't I mean, I'm going based off of what he would say, but there's no there's no validity behind it. Now, the day that the validity comes, right? Hassan understands who I am and what I do, right?
Right.
Okay.
Here's my thing. Listen, here's my thing, right? Let me give you validity. In the
Okay.
past, I done slapped 1,000 females. In the past. I don't live there anymore. So my whole thing is if somebody do like say, okay, well Hassan, first of all, any female that I've ever dealt with ain't gonna pop up on your platform and say he hit me. So the ones that's gonna sit up there and pop up there and say like that nigga hit me, they're lying. I don't even know them. But if you find one that I actually did slap, I'm gonna give you the details on how I slapped the bitch and whether I stomped her, threw her down the steps or whatever. I'm real like that, and I'm gonna laugh at her.
I don't know. I don't get that from you. 'Cause when I met you, Hassan, you seem very, very huggable.
You know what I am, but at the same time, you gotta understand, son. When you get on this platform and all you dealing with is people constantly trying to stab you, or like my message, I come up on this platform with a message, and sometimes you start to feel like fuck that. Why am I being a nice guy? Why am I even trying to help people that ain't worth helping? Some of us are slaves for a reason. Some of us niggas is starving for a reason. As soon as a motherfucker get a little spoon in his mouth, you might not have ate nothing for weeks, but as soon as you got a little spoon and you got a piece of steak, niggas don't like you. And these are the fucking people that I'm fighting for, and it's like, why? Nigga, die slow. It's sad because it's really gonna take a miracle. Jesus really got to come back to save some black people. Because we ain't worth shit. We really up under the spell of being black. We got a black heart. And when we look at each other, we look at each other with a black fucking heart, and that shit is disgusting. God
Mm.
could forgive me for something, but a black person dig up some shit to actually use on me against as a weapon. But
We
my
sure
whole thing
will.
is you
We sure fucking will. You know that black folks, they don't forget shit. Neither do these white women too. I think white women were once a time black. The way they just are liberating You know, the way they just engulf themselves in our culture.
Well, you got to understand something. Most of the foul shit that we was taught, who we got it from? White people. You ain't gonna never get me on this platform or any platform where I'm gonna talk shit about my people, and I ain't gonna talk shit about the people that taught us this foul shit. They taught it to us.
Right.
We learned how to rape each other from them. We learned incest from them.
Ooh.
Ain't no sugarcoating shit around here.
I
I
don't know.
can't talk about my
I'm gonna have
brothers
to
and sisters.
challenge you. I'm gonna have to challenge you on that one because even in some of our tribes that date back to like, before BC in Africa, those tribes were condensed of cousins, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, and stuff, and they would arrange the marriages between the cousins and stuff. So I don't think that necessarily came from white people. I think that was just like in general, and it still goes on to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go home, to Mali, to my husband's country, and they're arranging marriages between third and fourth cousins and stuff. So it's something that's still highly practiced to this day. I don't think that part came from, um, as I would say, the white people. I gotta look.
Somebody said, Tasha K, you know his lies.
I don't know. I don't
He's
know.
fronting about what? I admit to anything and everything. The only thing that I have a problem with that people try to force on me. Don't try to force a rapist as my lover. Don't do that. You see what I'm saying?
You
And it's
talking
like,
about African but bottom?
yeah, don't try to force a rapist as my lover. Don't do that. It's disgusting. That shit
Yeah.
is wild disgusting. It's wild disgusting. And it's sick.
You know what? You know why I wanted to sit down with you is because you're so I feel that you're so misunderstood, Hassan. I feel that underneath everything that you've gone through on the internet, I knew I would be able to get you to open up, but you opened up about a lot of stuff that you've never even spoke about before online. You know what I'm saying? And even though people have bits and pieces of what happened to you with African Bambata, you know what I'm saying? You going to jail, you know what I'm saying, for murder and shit like that. I think they have to understand like how you were bred and when you agreed to sit down and you were very open. I mean, to the point where you even talked about them calling you Pissy Poppy at one point. Like you peed the bed from all of the abuse and stuff that you suffered at the hands of your mom. I just, I think people need to understand that there's always a root to why people act and speak the way that they do. Okay. And so, and I think it's going to be interesting for people to just, set aside their personal beliefs and just get to know you. You know what I'm saying? And hear it from your perspective. And I mean, you may not like the way he delivers it. You may not necessarily agree. You may not think that it's right. And who's to say that what he's saying is right, but it's his truth. Okay. And so I'm not going to sit up here and y'all know me. If anything, my winos know is I don't go with the motherfucking flow. Okay. I stand on my own, and what I believe is what I believe. And until I see otherwise from you, like an actual female coming forward to say that you've done that because you've been very compassionate towards your own daughters, your children's mothers, and things like that. No one has came forward, and they have all the reason to because you are extremely controversial, more controversial than me. Then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I do think, like, for the amount of shit that is stirred up behind your name and things that come along with that, that you are deserve the platform to really just kind of tell your story without being judged. And even if you are judged, it's still your fucking story. And so I'm honored to that you even chose me to tell it. And like I told you during the interview, I said, why didn't we hear this? Why have we never heard this side? And you told me, you said sometimes, Tasha, it takes a woman to bring this kind of stuff out of you. Like if I'm sitting there with a man and I'm dialoguing, I'm not going to be like opening it up and making myself vulnerable to another man. You know what I'm saying? But to a woman like you were all in and you told your story. And I gotta tell you, I had a very traumatic childhood, but I don't think I could have gone through what you've gone through, like, and still be, um, in the position that you are today.
You know what? That's only God. It's only through the grace of God that I've made it this far. without me being, you know what I mean, in prison for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
believe me when I tell you the things that I had to endure, even now, when you look at some of the black men in the comment section with the Thyson Campbell, like that is the most disrespectful shit. You title a child based off of what I told them. The man didn't penetrate me because he knew I was too young, so he fired me. And now I'm Thyson Campbell. Like when for me,
When you say thighs, you what are you saying? Like he took his penis and rubbed it between your thighs so that he would
yes, yes,
African
yes,
butter.
yes. And see, that's my whole thing with these people. I told these people what happened to me, and you turn it around and you use it as a weapon against me. That which is some cold hearted shit. But I had to learn to adapt to the evil. My only thing is that my only one request that I request for people, just understand. If you see me in the streets and you call me Thyson Campbell, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna die right where you stand at. I'm an ill nigga in these streets. And the niggas that surround me is ill niggas. I do not play that, and you will never disrespect me like that in my face. Ever. Ever.
Well, listen. On that note, I think that you coming out to say that this man thighs you and you were a child. I think on that note, we just need to go on and give them this interview so they can watch it and kind of see it and look at the events that led up to what happened to you and why you were in the position anyway to oh man, to be violated like that. That's crazy. So listen, Hassan, we're about to start the show in like 10 minutes on YouTube. We'll start your interview probably right around the 5:45 p.m. mark or whatever, something like that. That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, 5:45. I'm looking at the time right now. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, I gotta tell you, y'all definitely better be ready because he did not hold back when it came to his upbringing and all the things that he had went through growing up in New York. So thank you, Hassan.
I appreciate you. I'll be tuned in.
Okay.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right, peace. Let me see. How do I sign? Oh,
Y'all are something else. What is wrong with you? Huh? How y'all gonna just come up here with allegations like that and then y'all ain't got no victims in that? Y'all just listen. Mm-mm. It's almost as bad as you two calling CPS on me. Come on now. Y'all can't be doing that shit. Seriously. I had to turn the comments off at one time. Cause y'all was just coming too hard. With no receipts like that. Like that's crazy. This man done told y'all that he was raped by another man. A very prominent person in the hip hop industry. And y'all laughing. Y'all are laughing. That is crazy. Wow. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for this show. We about to start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? I gotta go. I can't deal with y'all right now. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta get me some tea, some coffee, or something. I gotta go. Y'all done pissed me off for the day. Y'all done pissed me off for the day. Okay? It is not funny. It is not funny. Y'all, this is why people don't be wanting to come forward to tell what's gonna happen to them because y'all be like really going there. Come on, like the dude was a child. He was a child. Oh my god. Oh my god. African Bambaataa, this ain't the first time that he was accused of touching young boys, okay? His whole nation was accused of that. Hassan Campbell was just one of the ones that wasn't afraid to come forward and say that he was one of the ones that was touched, okay? So listen, let me go clear my head. I got to, because y'all, I don't get pissed. I don't get bothered like this, but y'all really bothered me during this live. Y'all really did. And I can't imagine what y'all gonna be like during this interview that's gonna start here at like 5:45. Even though we're starting the live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta go. This is crazy. How the hell you end this damn live?